Okay. So alternate nostril breathing. You're going to breathe in one nostril, close that nostril, exhale the other nostril. Inhale that same nostril, hold, close that side, exhale the other. And I'm going to cue you. So you're just going to use your thumb and your ring finger, okay? And you can really do it with either hand, but we're going to close the right nostril first and breathe in through the left, okay? So sitting tall, spine straight, but keep yourself relaxed. And you can just keep your eyes closed. So we're going to close off any questions with that? It'll be really easy once I'm cueing you, okay? All right, so let's close the right nostril and inhale left. Close left, hold. Open, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, hold. Open left, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Last one, inhale right. Close, exhale left. And just relax your arm. All right, so just calmed our mind. And so I'm going to slide back to my mat. We're going to stay in a seated position here. We're just going to inhale, bring our arms over the head sideways. Inhale, arms up. Pull the belly in, lengthen through the fingertips. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep engaging the belly, lifting up. And exhale, release. Again, inhale, arms up. Ground the hips down, stretch the crown of the head, fingertips lift high, and exhale, release. Again, inhale, arms up. Stretch tall, We're going to drop the right arm, left fingertips, stretch over to the right. Keep the chest lifted, try not to round forward. Bring your left shoulder back a little bit and gaze up. Keep still lengthening through the crown of your head. Always create space. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, left arm comes down and stretch right fingertips over to the left. Keep belly in. Look up, gaze to the ceiling. Keep belly engaged and stretch the crown of the head. Inhale, both arms up. Stretch up. We'll do it again. Drop the right hand. Left fingertips stretch over. Inhale, back to center. And exhale over. Keep belly in, chest up. And back to center. Inhale, lengthen. This time we're going to twist right on your exhale. Right arm comes behind you, left hand on the knee. Stretch through the spine, crown of the head lifts, and then look over right shoulder. Just very gently. Belly stays in. Let's inhale, arms back up. Other side. Look left, right hand on the left knee. Lengthen, stretch the crown of the head up, and then twist. Look over your left shoulder. Nice and slow. Inhale, both arms up. We're going to do that again. Looking over the right shoulder, left hand on the knee. You can take the right hand and press to the floor behind you. Keep your spine nice and tall, belly engaged. Inhale, back to center. And now over to the left. Keep stretching up through the crown of the head. Press that left hand into the floor behind you as you twist. And inhale, arms up, back to center. And exhale, just release the hands down. We're going to come to our hands and knees. So tabletop position. Make sure the knees are underneath your hips and your hands are right underneath your shoulders. We're just going to do a few very slow but deliberate cat-cows. Alrighty, so I'll cue you through. So inhale, chin to chest, pull the belly in, and round your spine up. Pubic bone towards the face, shoulders away from your ears. And then drop belly, hips go high, chest lift, shoulders back, chin to the ceiling. Let's round the spine, pull the belly in, press the floor away from you. As you pull pubic bone towards your face, shoulders back, and drop your belly, lift your chest, hips go high, bring the gaze to the ceiling, and round the spine. Chin to chest, push the floor away from you. Pull the pubic bone towards the face. Drop belly, lift chest, lift chest, hips rise. Couple more, chin to chest, round the spine. Really pull the pubic bone in as much as you can. So engage in the low belly there. Shoulders relax. Last one, drop the belly. Hips go high, chest lifts, gaze up. And then just bring your spine to neutral. We're going to round the body. So your torso is making a circular motion. You're rounding to the right, stretch the rib cage and down to the floor and over to the left, rounding. Now, as you do this, so just organic motions here, as you're rounding, take your palms and really open and try to bring that connection with your palms into the mat. Or wherever you are, really get the fingers and the palms, the whole hand, webbing stretches. Only moving to the right here. And now start to bring movement into the whole body. So upper body goes forward and then maybe dropping back to the hips. A couple more times around and we'll stop in the center. So back to just a neutral body. We're going to take it the other direction. So press your left hips out, your left ribs out, drop your belly, and we're just doing a circular motion first. Making sure your hands, palms are getting right into this action. And now start getting the full body movement. Hips go back. Maybe you lean forward with the upper body. I feel sort of like a wild animal or something while I'm doing this. Just very organic movements. Maybe no one's in the room with you. Just really let yourself be free. And then let's come back to neutral. We're going to push up to our first down dog. So plant the palms just very gently here. So round the toes, take a deep breath. On your exhale, lift up. Stretching the hips back, spine long. Try to bring the heels to the floor, chest to thighs. Very first thing we're doing, so just go ahead and move your hips, paddle the feet, bending the knees again. Just let the body just be free in this movement. And take notice of a few things. So take notice of when we do this, we're probably a little heavier in the palms and the shoulders. Try to see if you can't continue to be light by engaging the low belly, lifting the hips up and back. And then come back to neutral. See if the heels can go a little bit more towards the floor. Create more space in the spine. And we're just going to look forward and walk all the way up. And fold over your thighs with bended knees. So the feet can be hip distance apart. We're just going to hang here for a minute. Let the body be super heavy. You grab your opposite elbows. Keep the low belly in. So probably you feel this in the hamstrings, even at the crease of the glutes. But also I want you to feel the release of the head and your shoulders. The elbows heavy, head heavy, upper body hangs. Feel the release of the low back by pulling belly in. Let the hips open. So just start swinging yourself a little bit right and left. And feel the opening, the space that's created by the heaviness of the upper body. Keep the belly in, release the low back. Just relax the hands now. We're going to put the hands onto the floor. So we're not going to roll up or anything. Palms on the floor. We're going to step the right foot back and just stay in a high lunge. So in a high lunge, try to contract your right thigh and sink deeply as you can into that left knee. We're just going to hold it here for a moment. From here, just so you know, we're going to walk to the right. So if the right leg is back, we're going to start opening and walking and opening up. But we're still here for just a moment. Keep belly in, crown of the head long. So bring your left hand inside of your left foot, and we're just going to walk to the center of the mat, legs separated. Okay, we're going to start going side to side. Just again, warming up things, bending one knee and then the other. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Now the whole time, creating space through your spine by stretching through the crown of your head. Try to keep the back from rounding and weight in the toes. My hips like to have a nice few pops right here, but it feels good. Nothing hurts. Now let's walk to the back of the mat, and your right leg's going to be forward in our high lunge. So back leg nice and solid. Sink deep into that front knee. I'm just holding it here for a moment. Activating your left thigh. A little bit opening of that right hip. From here, we're going to go back the way we just were. So right hand inside of the foot. Let's go back facing forward, legs separated. We're going to do that again, going right and left, maybe a little deeper on each side. So just right and left here. You can start flexing the straight leg foot. We're going to go end up doing our side lunge squat here. So just sink the hips low. So we're going to do that by first going to the left and come all the way down. Right foot can flex up. Left heel, try to keep it on the floor. And you can bring your left elbow inside the knee and the spine stretches long. If you can't bring the hips all the way down, use your arm strength and keep yourself up. Just try to keep squatting down into that left knee, opening the hip. If you can bring the hips all the way down, bring palms together. So squeeze through the pelvic floor and lift up. Bring your hands, palms back down, press into the floor, come back to the top, and we're going to the other side. So again, stay in your squat wherever you need to, or if you can come all the way down. Sink, and one side will definitely be different than the other. We're typically not the same on both sides. Press knee into, elbow into knee, and keep your chest lifted. And then palms back to the floor. So we're going to come back to center here. Bring our heel toes in a little bit. We're going to come down from Malasana. Sink your hips low. Keep your chest lifted. Elbows into knees. Pull the pubic bone through your feet forward and chest stays up. So you want to keep length in that low back and keep your chest lifted. Elbows inside of the knees. And then palms to the floor. We're just going to slowly come up, walk to the front of the mat, and continue to upper body fold on thighs. Now here we will roll up and get that upper body heavy first. Weight in your toes. A little bit weight in the toes, a little bit more, just feel that. And then slowly let's roll all the way up, just very slowly. Pull the belly in. Pubic bone pulls forward, and as you slowly roll up, you'll stack one vertebrae on top of the other. Head comes up last. All right, so standing, top of your mat, palms together. So hands to heart center. Let's inhale, bring the arms over the head. Stretch fingertips up, belly in, bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're going back up. Inhale, arms out and wide. Belly in, pubic bone forward, stretch fingertips up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Arms all the way back up on an inhale. Stretch it up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Stay here. Let's heel toe the feet. Out to the side. We've got about hip distance in between, and slowly we're rolling back up. Keep the feet where they are, hip distance apart. Inhale, arms over the head. You're going to take your right wrist with your left hand. Take a deep breath. Stretch up, hold the wrist, the right wrist with the left hand, and you're just gently going to bend over to the left. My body is cut off from the shoulders up, but you can see what I'm doing. And let's come back to center. We're going to do this twice, both sides. Now right arm, right hand grabs the left wrist. Take a deep breath, stretch up first, and then we're bending over to the right. So keep your hips a little forward. And no rounding forward with that left shoulder. Keep your upper body up. And come back to center. We're going to grab the right wrist with the left hand. Deep breath, stretch up. And over to the left. Keep the hips a little forward. Right shoulder, keep it back. And let's go back to center. Other side. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. Deep breath, stretch up. And over. And back to center. Bring both arms down, hands to heart center. Top of the mat, inhale, arms all the way up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back.
Exhale, fold, plant the palms. Let's go back to a high plank and hold it here. Belly engaged, shoulders away from your ears. Keep pulling the belly button to the spine and stretching through the crown of your head. We're going to take the right leg, lift it up, but not 3-point. We're just lifting right leg up and point the toes. We're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow and just tap it and pull it back, straight behind you. Right knee to elbow and pull it back. One more time, knee to elbow. Hold it here and just try to step that right foot on the outside of the hand. The right, yeah. Yep, so you're in your lizard here. Let's bring the left knee down and sink forward. Hips go forward, chest stays lifted. Keep your belly engaged. Good job. Pubic going a little bit towards the wrist as the chest stays lifted. We're sinking deep into that right knee. I'm going to stay here for a moment for a much deeper stretch. Let the right hip relax. Try to let the left hip be heavy as it goes forward. Connect with your breath. Okay, from here, we're going to go to our 3-point. The right leg goes back. So round the toes, palms into the floor, push the floor away from you, and you're a 3-point dog. Right leg goes back and up. Keep everything long, belly in. Let's bend the knee and open the knee to the right. So hip opens, belly stays engaged. We're going to look forward and all the way forward. Right foot steps to the top. Left foot to meet it. Upper body folds down thighs. We're going to slowly roll all the way up. And we're at the top. Palms together, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. We're stepping back to a high plank. And stay here, hold. Belly stays in. We're going to lift the left leg up and just stretch it right back. So again, you're staying in your plank with your left leg lifted. We're bringing the left knee to the left elbow. Hold it and extend. Knee to elbow, hold it and extend. Knee to elbow, hold it here a little bit longer. Pull the belly in and step all the way to the outside of your left foot. And your right knee can come down. Taking these things that are challenging, we're moving very slow with control. We're getting open in our bodies. So hips forward, so pubic bone a little bit towards those wrists as you stretch the crown of your head. Chest stays lifted. Connect with your breath. Shoulders stay relaxed. And from here, we're going to that 3-point. So round your back toes. Your left leg is going to go up and back. Deep breath, inhale, stretch it back. Really lengthen to the back. Bend the knee, and we're opening knee. The hip opens left. Keep yourself light. Keep the belly engaged. We're coming all the way through. We're stepping to the top. Right leg meets up the top. And fold. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. And we're meeting at the top. Palms together, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're going back to that high plank. Meet me here and hold it. Keep the belly engaged. Now we're going to bring knee to left elbow, right knee to left elbow, and hold and back. Keep the right leg lifted. Knee to elbow and back. Stretch it straight back. Knee to elbow, hold it. Let your right knee, just place it behind your left wrist and stretch your left leg back. So it's not pigeon. The knee is behind the left wrist. So just stay here with chest lifted. What we're going to do is we're going to walk to the right. So really deep into that right hip, but you've got yourself a spine twist. Keep your chest up. If the right hip begins to contract, it's very normal. Take a breath and try to release. Okay, please pay attention to where we go from here. We're coming back forward. We're going to bring our left leg all the way around, and we're going to stack the knees. So I can face you if you can't see me, okay? So we have knees stacked, okay? Keep your spine tall. Trying to do it at an angle here, but I think you can tell. So 2 hips down. So we're really over here in the left hip. Keep your hands on the floor if you need to keep the spine tall, and make sure you're connecting with your breath. So these deep stretch classes, you're typically a lot in your hips. We're going to stay here for a moment, so connect with that breath. Keep belly in and spine tall. Now I certainly do feel my left hip. We are going to take it a little bit deeper. So you can do the next step or not. And maybe this isn't very challenging for you. It is for my left hip. Okay, spine tall. We're just going to start leaning forward. Now you might just move a hair before you think, oh no. So you just hold off there and breathe. Keep the belly in. Keep the spine stretched long. Try not to round forward, but just folding forward. And try to keep that left hip relaxed. And face forward again. And what we're going to do from here is come up. You're going to turn to your right. We're just going to twist out of this. Both hands on the floor, and you're going to press up to your down dog. You're facing the opposite side of your mat. Okay, good. Stretching hips back. We're just going to come to our plank, and we're moving to the other side. So left leg is going to go to the right elbow. Hold it, and then stretch it back. Hold it up. To the right elbow we go. Hold it, and stretch it back. Right elbow, hold it. Now the knee drops behind the right wrist, and the right leg stretches back. I can only see you, Sunny, but I only see your silhouette, but I think you're hanging in there. We're moving slow, but again, getting deep into some of these areas. Keep your right hip forward. Let's walk to the left. We're in that left hip. There was a big stretch of the right hip flexor. So from here, we're bringing the right leg around, okay? So you reach back, hold the leg. We're bringing it on top, stacking the knees. Just how you need to. Try to keep your spine tall. Hands to the floor behind you. And one side will definitely feel different than the other. Keep stretching, spine tall, engaging low belly. Connect with your breath. Try to keep that right hip relaxed because it will try to contract on you because it feels tension. It feels a little, not pain, but you're stretching it. So from here, take a deep breath, stretch the crown of the head, and let's lean forward. And you can do one hand at a time. Keep the spine tall. Keep low belly in and right hip relaxed. Connect with your breath. Okay, from here, we're going to come back up and then twist out of it. So gently press palms into the floor. Bring yourself back to center. We're going to come to the left and twist back into your down dog. Good. All right, hips go up and back. Right leg stretches up and back. Bend the knee and open hip right. Keep your low belly in. Look forward, step all the way forward. We're in our high lunge. Hold it here. Inhale, bring your arms up. Stay in your high lunge. Now we're going to bring both hands to the outside of the right leg. Stay on the fingertips if you need to. You can come down to the left knee. Try to stay here if you can. Sink deeper into that right hip. Keep belly in. So you should feel a crunch sort of in your right oblique. And a little bit of a spine twist here. And you're in that right hip. So bring yourself back to center. From here, we're kicking off the back foot. We're going to bring left leg across the feet. So the pinky toes touch each other and let the upper body hang on thighs. Walk your arms all the way over to the left. Bring weight forward into your toes, especially that right foot. Back to center, we'll just do a little counter twist here, going the other way. Back to center, uncross the feet, and bend the knees, slowly roll up. And hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your palms. We're stepping into our down dog. I want to skip the chaturanga. I want to focus a little bit more just on lengthening through the spine and in the hips. Left leg stretches up and back. Bend the knee and open left. Keep the belly in, light in the hands. Bring it back to center, look forward, step all the way forward to our high lunge. Inhale, arms up, so crescent, stay low in that knee. We're bringing both hands to the outside of your left leg. So again, you can come to the right knee. So this side for me feels a little bit different. Stay on the fingertips if you need to. Keep belly engaged. So you can take your right elbow, because you're on the outside of that left knee, press it in. Sink hips low. Come back to center. From here, we're stepping right foot over left. So back to the top and just cross at the ankles or at the shins. And we're going to walk over to the right. Come forward onto your left toes. Keep your low belly in. Back to center. Let's do a little counter twist the other direction. And uncross your legs, and we're slowly rolling up. And meet at the top, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Belly in, stretch up, bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back, palms to the floor. As you exhale, let's go back to our high plank. Everybody's with me. Very nice. So now we're going to the wrist. So right knee to the outside of your left wrist. We're just tapping. Keep the belly in. And then lengthen back. Hold it here. We're going to right wrist. Belly in and lengthen back. Left wrist. Lengthen back. We're going to right wrist. We're going to hold it for a moment, and then we're setting up for pigeon. Let the knee come down, and we're going into pigeon on the right side. So extend your left leg back. You can bring your shin forward by rolling to the right hip, but don't stay on the right hip. You're going to come forward off of that hip. Left hip stays forward. Chest stays up. Right heel can come into center line of the body as your chest stays lifted. So pull the pubic bone forward and the back of the neck back. So stay here. We're not leaning forward right now. So pay attention here. You're going to use your hands as we're going to manipulate and move the body a little bit. So we're walking to the right, okay? Only a little ways. Keep your pubic bone forward and your chest up as you walk to the right. Looking over that right shoulder. Just as much as you can and sink deeper into that right hip. And then let's come back to center. If you would like to go forward, keep your chest up with the spine straight as you start to roll forward, starting with the low belly, and just lengthen the body forward. Stay on your elbows or all the way down. Stay here for a few moments, connecting with your breath. Let that right hip relax. And walk your hands back, palms on the floor, the mat, and lift yourself up. So hands to both sides of the leg. Let's round the back toes. We're coming into our 3-point. Right leg stretches up and back. Bend the knee and open right. Look forward, step all the way forward. Knee at the top, upper body on thighs. Inhale, slowly roll up. Knee at the top, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. Let's go to that high plank. Hold it here, belly in. Left leg lifts up, point the toes back. We're going right knee to, left knee to right wrist. And back to left wrist, hold it. And stretch it back. Right wrist, hold it. Stretch it back. Left wrist, hold it for a moment before we go into our pigeon. Release the knee down. And we're going to go pigeon left side. Get your shin where you need it to be. Right hip goes forward, chest stays lifted. Walk that right leg all the way back. Stay here before we go anywhere. So again, try to pull your pubic bone forward with your chest up. Right hip stays forward. So many times we stretch into certain postures, whether it be these deep floor postures or even in our moving asanas, but we miss the actual purpose of it. You have to create space before you can stretch or twist. So we're going to do that twist now to the left. So deep breath, lengthen through the crown of your head. Let's just walk gently to the left. That's going to be different for everybody. Keep pulling through the back of the neck. And back to center. We're going to go forward if you would like to for that pigeon. Again, hips a little forward. So pubic bone is a tilt. Chest up, crown of the long in the back of the neck, and then try to start rolling forward, lengthening down. Not rolling, I mean like sort of steam rolling, starting with your low belly as you come forward. Not rounding rolling. Connect with your breath. Couple more moments here before we move ourselves up. Hands to the floor. Bring yourself back up. We're going to that 3-point with the left leg up and back. So round the back toes, palms in the floor, and 3-point. Stretch the left leg back. Bend the knee and open hip left. Come back to center, look forward, step all the way to the top. Right foot meets upper body on thighs, and slowly roll up. All right, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. We're going to that high plank. Step right back. All right, so now here, we're lifting that right leg up again. Just stay in your plank. We're bringing knee to nose. Hold it. Stretch the leg long. Knee to nose, hold it. Stretch it long. Last one, knee to nose, hold it. Step all the way foot forward. It's a little harder to do when we're not in our down dog. We're going to bend the left knee to the floor and sink forward into that hip. Keep your chest lifted. Try not to open hips out to the left. You want to keep your left hip forward. Okay. So we're deep into the right hip. We're going to try to stay there, but we might have to come out just a little bit to do what we're doing next. So we're going to come up if you need to. We're going to bend the left knee and hold that foot. Now that's only an option. If that is just not going to happen, you just keep sinking forward. But you probably can get it, even if you have to straighten that front leg a little bit to get it, and then you can go back forward. But then when you can, try to do both here. Sink deep into the front hip and stretching. Yeah, you got to find that balance too. And we're stretching the left hip flexor. Okay? So if you need hands down, you can bring your right hand beside you. See if that helps you, Sunny. If you can bring your right fingertips to the floor to keep your balance, or to a block. Obviously, it depends on flexibility here, so just take it easy. Or a water bottle, yeah. So you've got the deep stretch right in that, you're into the right hip, but really that left hip flexor. The more you pull the heel to the hip, and the more you lift your chest, pulling that pubic bone forward, the more intense you get. So you're in the hip flexor, also through that quad. Just connect with the breath. We're almost there. And gently straighten the front leg so that you can release the back. So don't just ever let that foot fly. Hands down onto the floor, framing the right foot. We're going to a 3-point with the right leg back. So round the left toes into the floor and right leg stretches up and back. Bend the knee and open hips right. Look forward, step all the way forward. Left leg's going to meet it. Upper body on thighs. And slowly roll all the way up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. Let's go to that plank. Staying here, pull belly in. We're just moving to the other side. Left knee to nose, hold it. Leg stays up, stretch it long behind you. Knee to nose, hold it. Stretch it behind you. You can always come to your right knee if you need to. Knee to nose, hold it. This is the last one. Step all the way forward. Right knee comes down. And sneak those hips forward. Try not to open the hips right. You want to keep your right hip down and forward. Chest stays up. Try to scoop your pelvis towards the front of the mat. Lengthen through the crown of the head. So again, you have the option to stay here. You can just, depending on flexibility, just bend the foot, the knee, and grab the foot, or straighten the left leg a little bit. Then try to get the foot. Now, the left hand needs to come down beside of you on the left for the balance. Maybe you get a cramp like I just did in my Charlie horse, my right leg. But go ahead and grab the foot when you can. Be careful with that balance. And just sink deep into the front as you bring your right heel to your hip. Again, just do one or the other if you need to. The more you can sink and the more the heel comes to the hip, the deeper the stretch. It's pretty intense. Just a few more moments here. Straighten that left leg, release your right. Very good. Coming back forward, we're going to go to 3-point with the left leg up and back. So round the right toes, palms in the floor, stretch the left leg up and back. We'll bend the knee and open hip left. Look forward, stepping all the way forward. Meet at the top. Toes and heels touch, upper body on thighs. We're just going to stay here for a moment. We're going to come all the way down now to the floor. So bend the knees. You can come on the toes and forehead to knees. Hands on the floor, just bring your hips down and gently roll to your back, knees into chest. So we had sort of a interesting little flow. We had some nice little conditioning work and some hip openers. We'll do everything else here on the mat. Give your low back a little bit of a massage. Let's reach inside the knees, soles of the feet touch. Grab around the pinky toe side of the feet and then press your knees away from you, pulling the feet into your chest. So pull the big toe side, the arch side of the foot up towards your face as the knees press away from you. Try to let the hips relax so that the low back is flat on the floor. So bring the knees back together. We're going to bring left knee over right. Pull the knees again into the chest. If you want to go for a second twist around the ankles, you can do that. Pull the knees in, and then we're just going to drop the knees over to the right and extend your left arm out. Try to keep the knees high, but don't let the upper body shift too much. Just knees fall over. Gaze over the left shoulder, belly in. Try to see if you can't push your right hand onto the floor or maybe press into the knees and keep your left shoulder on the mat as you look left. And gently with your right foot, heel toe the knees up. And then once they're up a little bit, you can bring them back to center. Uncross the legs and right knee over left. So we're just crossing at the knees. If you want that second wrap around the ankles, you can do that. Pull the knees into your chest. Let the right hip open. We're going to drop the knees over to the left. Try not to shift your body because you want to keep the knees where they fall over so you get that twist. A lot of times we'll want to bring the hips back into the center, but we want the knees where they are. And then both arms can extend out. Or left hand on top of the knee. Try to push into the floor with the left side as your right shoulder stays down and bring your gaze over the right hand. Keep your belly in. Connect with your breath there. And then heel toe that bottom foot up to bring the knees in, uncross the legs, and pull knees into chest. Very good. Let's bring the legs high. We'll go to happy baby here. So just grabbing the outsides, the pinky toe sides of your feet. Let the hips come down. Chin to your chest so the whole spine is nice and long. Take a deep belly breath. Press the belly out. Feel the opening of the pelvic floor. And exhale, release. Inhale, deep breath, press belly out. Feel that in those hips.
And release. One more deep breath, inhale. And release. I'm going to bring the feet back in. Let the feet come all the way to the mat. Slide the legs out in front of you. And just find yourself in your Savasana, palms face up. And then we're going to bring the arms over the head. Stretch fingertips behind you, chin to your chest. Feet stretch out, belly in. Let the arch of the back lift. And then roll yourself to either side. And you're going to bring yourself to a seated position all the way up. How lovely. Interesting little class. Lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. From here, stay sitting nice and tall. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, inhaling arms over the head sideways. So together, inhale, arms up. Below belly in, stretch the fingertips, shoulders stay relaxed. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Belly in, stretch the fingertips. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale, arms up. Continue to inhale, stretching through the fingertips. Bring the palms together, hands to heart center, eyes open. Namaste.